Hi guys, and welcome to Classic Rock and Country Music Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Today's video is another segment, or final segment actually, on funny moments in rock and roll. Most of these spring from around 2020, I believe. Or at least that's when this was posted. That's when this was put out. So let's take a look. A TV commercial from Geico, where a rat problem in a couple's new house turned out to be Rat, performing round and round in various rooms throughout the home. The band had the last laugh, though. Exposure of the 1984 song, a number 12 hit on Billboard's Hot 100, helped it reach number 17 on the magazine's Rock Digital Songs sales chart. It's ironic because in 1984 it was the year of the rat, in the Chinese calendar, singer Stephen Pearcy noted. And it's the year of the rat in 2020. What goes around comes around. No pun intended. Van Halen's 1984 drives Family Guy plot into a tree. An episode of Family Guy found Peter Griffin temporarily obsessed with Van Halen's 1984 album, particularly the hit Panama. While cranking the song up in his car during a drag race, Peter crashes into a tree and ends up in a coma. In his state, he finds himself back at the 1914 opening of the Panama Canal, with President Woodrow Wilson's speech consisting of the lyrics, "Aw, you reach down between my legs and ease the seat back. Got the feeling, power steering, pistons popping, ain't no stopping, Panama." David Lee Roth hit with an avalanche of beach balls at the last Van Halen show. Throughout what turned out to be Van Halen's last tour, 2015, David Lee Roth would call for beach balls to be tossed around the crowd to make their way to the stage, at which point he'd stomp on them. For the final night at the Hollywood Bowl, Wolfgang Van Halen remembered their tour manager arranged for what called an avalanche of beach balls to be thrown on stage toward the conclusion of Jump. Dave was just like short-circuiting, Wolfgang said. He didn't understand how to handle it, but we all laughed it off. It was just really fun, almost like a fun practical joke. At the time, went further and further by, the more I thought about it, like, wow, if that is the last show, what an amazing way to cap it off. Kiss take their own breath away. Promotional show in small London club left Kiss with a story straight out of the Spinal Tap. This is Spinal Tap. During a Q&A session, excuse me, on this year's Kiss Cruise, 2020's Kiss Cruise, guitarist Tommy Thayer noted that about 8 years ago, the band brought a few confetti cannons into the small venue to be used during Rock and Roll All Night, just as they do in arenas. He noted that about halfway through the thing, all the confetti is going off, and suddenly we all look at each other. It's like you kind of couldn't get your breath. It was starting to get kind of freaky. The band had to leave the stage in mid-song and run into the street to get some air because, as he continued, these cannons, when they shoot confetti, it's all done with CO2. So they're blasting all this CO2 on stage, and therefore all the oxygen gets pushed out. It's a funny thing, but it was the weirdest thing. I couldn't imagine that. Oh, man. Them's my boys, Kiss. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I actually got more laughs out of this one than I did yesterday. Please don't forget about classic TV facts and trivia. If you're a Frasier fan, it's on the Frasier reboot and the differences between what's going to be new and what happened in the original. It's pretty interesting. And when the premiere date is as well. And if you're an Andy Griffith Show fan or a Beverly Hillbillies fan, I've got facts and trivia pages of them also. If you need the links, they're in the description below. If you can't get them down there for some reason, hit me up in the comments and I'll shoot them to you. Have a great day. God bless. Be praying for you.